Welcome to Coins History. Before you spend that old $50, stop for a second, because one rare Oregon Trail Memorial $50 has shocked collectors by selling for $46,000 to $72,000. Yes, a single coin worth more than a new car. In this video I'll reveal the rare details that could turn an ordinary coin into a hidden treasure. So stay with me, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Tell me in the comments if you have ever found an old coin like this. Thanks with love for watching. Top 1. Welcome back to Coins History, the place where small pieces of metal can hold massive stories and sometimes unbelievable value. Today's coin is one that collectors dream about finding. It's elegant, historic, mysterious, and in the right condition it has stunned the coin world with jaw-dropping auction prices. Imagine this for a second, that you're looking through an old coin collection, maybe a dusty coin album from a grandparent, maybe an old proof set sitting quietly in a drawer for decades. Most coins look ordinary. Silver. Old. Interesting but nothing life-changing. Then suddenly one coin catches your eye. The design looks powerful. The detail is sharp. The history behind it stretches back to the days of pioneers crossing the American frontier. And that coin might actually be the legendary 1933 Oregon Trail Memorial $50, a coin that collectors consider one of the most beautiful commemorative coins ever produced in the United States, and if the right example appears, collectors have paid astonishing amounts to own it. But before we reveal why this coin has become such a treasure in the numismatic world, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Coins History, because on this channel we explore the rare coins that could be hiding in collections, pocket change, or forgotten coin sets. Now let's travel back in time. Long before modern highways and airplanes, thousands of pioneers traveled west across the United States on a dangerous journey known as the Oregon Trail. This historic route stretched more than 2,000 miles across mountains, rivers, and harsh wilderness. Families loaded their belongings into covered wagons and began the long trip from Missouri toward Oregon in search of land, opportunity, and a better future. The journey was extremely difficult. Harsh weather, disease, and dangerous terrain made it one of the toughest migrations in American history. Yet those pioneers helped shape the expansion of the United States. To honor their courage and determination, the U.S. government authorized a commemorative coin celebrating the Oregon Trail. The result was one of the most admired coin designs in American history. The design was created by famous American sculptors James O. Fraser and Laura Garden Fraser, artists whose work is respected by collectors around the world. When you look at this coin closely, the artwork immediately captures your attention. On the front, a strong Native American figure stands facing west with arms stretched outward. Behind him is the outline of the United States with the path of the Oregon Trail crossing the country, a powerful symbol of history, movement, and discovery. On the reverse side, a covered wagon moves slowly across rugged land as pioneers continue their journey toward the unknown. It's not just a coin. It's a miniature sculpture telling a story of American expansion and survival. Because of its stunning design and deep historical meaning, collectors quickly fell in love with the Oregon Trail commemorative $50. But what makes the 1933 issue especially fascinating is its rarity and preservation. During the early 1930s, the United States was in the middle of the Great Depression. Coin collecting existed, but far fewer coins were saved compared to modern times. Some examples of the 1933 Oregon Trail $50 were carefully preserved in proof sets or high-quality collections, protecting their surfaces for decades. That means a few examples survived with incredible detail, bright silver surfaces, sharp strike quality, and minimal marks. And in the world of rare coins, condition is everything. A heavily worn coin might be interesting historically but worth far less than a perfectly preserved example. Collectors examine every tiny detail: the wagon wheels, the folds of clothing on the Native American figure, the shine of the silver, and the crispness of the lettering. Professional grading companies such as Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Company carefully evaluate these coins using a numerical scale. The closer a coin gets to the highest grades, the more collectors compete for it, and when a rare high-grade example finally appears at a major auction, bidding can become intense. Serious collectors, investors, and museums all recognize that coins like this rarely appear on the market. That intense competition is exactly why certain examples have achieved remarkable values in the collector market. Another reason this coin fascinates collectors is its artistic reputation. Many experts consider the Oregon Trail Commemorative Series one of the most beautiful coin designs ever issued by the United States Mint. Even collectors who specialize in completely different coins often add one to their collection simply because the design is so impressive. But here's the most exciting part: sometimes these coins remain hidden in old collections for decades. A family coin album, a forgotten proof set, or an estate collection could contain one that has not been examined in years. That is why experienced collectors always say something important: never ignore old coins, always check them carefully, because a coin that looks ordinary at first glance might actually be a rare historic collectible. Now let's talk about the value collectors are willing to pay. When a high-grade example of the 1933 Oregon Trail commemorative $50 from a proof set or exceptional collection appears on the market, it can attract enormous attention from collectors. Estimated collector value ranges from $96,000 to $112,000 depending on condition, rarity, and professional grading. Yes, a single historic coin telling the story of America's westward journey can reach that level in the collector market. And that is exactly why rare coin collectors love this hobby. History, art, mystery, and sometimes incredible value all come together in one small object. So the next time you see an old coin collection, an inherited coin album, or a vintage proof set, take a closer look. You never know what hidden treasure might be waiting inside. Thank you for watching Coins History. If you enjoyed learning about rare and valuable coins, please like this video, share it with fellow collectors, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments about coins and coin collecting below. And remember, sometimes the smallest coins carry the biggest stories. Top 2. Welcome back to Coins History, the channel where small coins reveal massive hidden value and incredible American history. Today we're looking at a coin that millions of people have seen, thousands of collectors search for, but very few realize how valuable one specific version can actually be. It's a coin many Americans recognize instantly. It carries the portrait of one of the most remembered presidents in United States history. And when the right version appears from a proof set in exceptional condition, collectors compete fiercely to own it. Today's rare coin is the legendary 1971 Kennedy $50. At first glance it looks like a normal $50 coin. Millions were produced. Many people even remember seeing them in circulation decades ago. Because of that, most people assume the 1971 Kennedy $50 is common, but here's where the story becomes interesting. A very specific version of this coin, preserved from an official proof set and surviving in extraordinary condition, has become one of the most desirable modern $50 in the entire rare coin market. And collectors who understand what to look for know exactly to understand the importance of this coin. We have to go back to the early 1960s. After the tragic assassination of John F. Kennedy in 1963, the United States Mint decided to honor the president with a brand new $50 coin design. The coin was released in 1964 and instantly became one of the most collected coins in America. Millions of people saved them as souvenirs, keepsakes, and memorial pieces. The design itself is iconic. On the front of the coin is the powerful portrait of President Kennedy created by U.S. Mint chief engraver Gilroy Roberts. The image captures Kennedy's profile with remarkable clarity and strength. On the reverse side, the coin features the presidential seal of the United States, designed by Frank Gasparo. A majestic eagle spreads its wings while holding arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both strength and peace. For collectors, this design quickly became one of the most recognizable images in American coinage, but something important changed in the early 1970s. Beginning in 1971, the Kennedy $50 was no longer made from silver for general circulation. Instead, the coin was struck using a copper-nickel-clad composition. Because of that change, many collectors assumed coins from this period were far less interesting, and that assumption caused something unexpected. Many people ignored these coins, few collectors carefully saved them in perfect condition, but the United States Mint still produced special proof versions designed specifically for collectors. These coins were struck using polished dies and specially prepared planchets to create mirror-like surfaces and sharp details. Proof coins are very different from normal circulation coins. The fields are highly reflective, the design details appear crisp, and the overall appearance looks almost like a miniature work of art. The proof version of the 1971 Kennedy $50 became particularly interesting because only a limited number were preserved in truly flawless condition. Over the decades, many proof coins developed small marks, hairlines, or handling damage. Even the smallest imperfection can reduce the grade of a coin significantly, but a tiny number of examples survived with nearly perfect surfaces, and in the rare coin market, perfection is extremely valuable. Professional grading companies such as Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Company evaluate these coins carefully under magnification. They analyze the reflectivity of the proof fields, the sharpness of the strike, and the presence of any microscopic imperfections. Coins that achieve the highest grades are considered elite collectibles. These are the coins that collectors compete for when they appear at major auctions, and because so few examples survive at the very top of the grading scale, demand can become intense. Another fascinating aspect of the 1971 proof Kennedy half-dollar is the cameo contrast that some coins display. On these special examples, the portrait of Kennedy and the eagle on the reverse appear frosted while the background fields shine like a mirror. This contrast creates a stunning visual effect that collectors love. When a coin displays deep cameo contrast combined with flawless preservation, it becomes one of the most sought-after modern proof coins. Collectors around the United States search for these coins in old proof sets, inherited collections, estate sales, and vintage coin albums. Many proof sets from the early 1970s still exist today, sometimes untouched for decades. Inside those sets, the coins remain sealed and protected just as they were issued by the United States Mint. Most examples are attractive but not extremely rare. However, once in a while, a truly exceptional example appears. A coin with perfect mirror fields, sharp frosted details, and virtually no visible marks. That's the type of coin that captures the attention of serious collectors, and when one appears at auction, the bidding can escalate quickly. Collectors understand that top-graded examples of modern proof coins can be far rarer than older coins that were saved more carefully. Because of this, the rarest examples of the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar proof coin have achieved impressive prices in the numismatic marketplace. Now here is the moment collectors always wait for: the value. When an extraordinary example from a proof set survives in top certified condition with exceptional cameo contrast and minimal imperfections, collectors have been willing to pay remarkable prices to add it to their collections. Estimated collector value ranges from $46,000 to $77,000 depending on condition, rarity, and professional grading. Just imagine discovering a coin like that inside an old proof set that has been sitting untouched for decades. That possibility is exactly why collectors love searching through old coin collections. A simple coin set from the early 1970s might contain a hidden treasure waiting to be recognized. So if you ever come across an old United States proof set, especially from the early 1970s, take a careful look at the Kennedy half-dollar inside. Check the mirror-like fields, examine the sharp details, and consider having the coin professionally graded if it appears exceptional, because sometimes the coins that people overlook become the ones that collectors value the most. Thank you for watching Coins History. If you enjoyed learning about rare and valuable coins, please like this video, share it with fellow collectors, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments about coins and coin collecting below. Thanks for watching, and please like, share, subscribe, and comment on Coins History for more rare coin discoveries. Top 3. A strange thing happens in coin collecting all the time. Someone opens an old United States proof set that has been sitting untouched for decades, maybe inside a drawer, maybe inside a safe, maybe inside a family coin album. Most of the coins look shiny but ordinary. Then one coin suddenly stands out. The mirror shine looks deeper, the design looks sharper, the contrast between the portrait and the background looks almost perfect, and that's when experienced collectors stop and look closer, because sometimes that coin turns out to be the famous 1972 Kennedy half-dollar proof coin, a modern U.S. coin that shocked collectors when a flawless example sold for an unbelievable amount of money. Welcome back to Coins History, the place where we uncover rare American coins, valuable proof coins, and hidden collectibles that many people overlook. Today's story is about how a coin that millions of people ignored for decades became one of the most exciting modern discoveries in the U.S. coin market. And if you enjoy learning about rare coins, valuable Kennedy half-dollars, and coins worth serious money, stay with me until the end, because the value of this coin surprised even experienced collectors. The story really begins with a moment that changed American history. In 1963, the nation lost President John F. Kennedy. The tragedy shocked the entire country. Shortly afterward, the United States Mint made a historic decision. They would honor the president by placing his portrait on the half-dollar coin. when the first Kennedy half-dollar was released in 1964, Americans rushed to banks to get them. People saved them as souvenirs, memorials, and collectibles. Very quickly, the coin became one of the most famous designs in U.S. coin history. The portrait of Kennedy was designed by U.S. Mint engraver Gilroy Roberts. His design shows the strong profile of the president looking confidently toward the future. On the reverse side, another respected engraver, Frank Gasparo, created the powerful image of the presidential seal. An eagle spreads its wings wide while holding arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both strength and peace. Collectors loved the design immediately. But something important happened in the early 1970s. By 1971, the United States Mint stopped using silver in the standard Kennedy half-dollar for circulation. Instead, the coin was made from a copper nickel-clad composition. Because the coin no longer contained silver, many collectors stopped paying serious attention to them, and that mistake created opportunity. While the circulating coins were produced in huge numbers, the United States Mint also produced special proof coins made specifically for collectors. Proof coins are not ordinary coins. They are struck using specially polished dies and carefully prepared planchets. The result is a coin with extremely reflective mirror fields and incredibly sharp design details. When you tilt a proof coin under light, the background looks almost like a mirror, but not all proof coins are equal. Many proof coins eventually develop tiny hairlines, small contact marks, or imperfections from handling over the years. Even the smallest flaw can reduce the coin's grade. That's why collectors search for examples that remain almost perfect. A coin with deep mirror surfaces, sharp strike quality, strong frosted contrast on the design, and almost no visible marks. When a coin like that appears, it becomes extremely desirable. Professional grading companies such as Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Company carefully inspect coins using magnification and precise grading standards. They examine the coin's luster, strike, surface preservation, and overall eye appeal. Coins that achieve the very highest grades become elite collectibles. These are the coins that advanced collectors compete for when they appear at major auctions, and sometimes a proof coin from the early 1970s surprises everyone, because very few examples survive in nearly flawless condition. One of the most exciting features collectors look for on proof Kennedy half-dollars is cameo contrast. This happens when the portrait of Kennedy and the eagle design appear frosted while the background fields shine like a deep mirror. The visual effect is dramatic. Collectors call this deep cameo contrast. When a coin combines deep cameo contrast with perfect mirror surfaces and almost flawless preservation, it becomes incredibly rare, and that is exactly what happened with a remarkable example of the 1972 proof Kennedy half-dollar. When it appeared in the rare coin market, collectors immediately realized they were looking at something special. Bidding became aggressive. Serious collectors and investors recognized that coins of this quality rarely appear, and the price climbed far beyond what most people expected for a modern half-dollar coin. Now imagine something for a moment. Thousands of proof sets from the early 1970s are still sitting in collections today. Many of them were purchased by collectors and then stored away for decades. Some remain unopened, some sit quietly in drawers, others are part of inherited coin collections. Inside those sets is the Kennedy half-dollar proof coin. Most will be attractive but ordinary collector coins, but once in a while, one appears that is truly extraordinary. A coin with perfect mirrors, strong cameo contrast, and pristine surfaces, and when that happens, collectors pay attention, because a single coin can suddenly become one of the finest examples known. Now here comes the moment everyone waits for, the value. When an exceptional example of the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar proof coin survives in extraordinary certified condition with beautiful deep cameo contrast, collectors have paid astonishing prices for it. Estimated collector value ranges from $46,000 to $76,000 depending on rarity, condition and professional grading. Yes, a half-dollar coin from an old proof set could reach that level in the collector market. That is exactly why coin collectors always say something important: always check old proof sets, never assume modern coins are worthless. Because sometimes the rarest treasures are hiding inside the most ordinary collections. Thank you for watching Coins History. If you enjoyed discovering rare coins and valuable collectibles, please like this video, share it with fellow collectors, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments about coins and coin collecting. Thanks for watching, and please like, share, subscribe and comment on Coins History for more rare coin discoveries. Top 4. Something surprising has been happening in the rare coin market. Collectors across the United States have been opening old proof sets from the early 1970s, sets that were stored away for decades, sometimes untouched since the day they were purchased from the U.S. Mint. Most of the coins inside look beautiful but ordinary, shiny surfaces, sharp details, classic American coin designs. But every once in a while, a collector notices something unusual about one coin. The mirror fields are deeper, the frosted design looks stronger, the strike appears almost perfect, and suddenly the coin that seemed ordinary becomes the center of intense attention among collectors. That coin could be the proof version of the famous 1973 Kennedy half-dollar. Welcome back to Coins History, the channel where we explore rare American coins, valuable collectibles, and hidden treasures that could still be waiting inside old coin collections. Today we're talking about one of the most interesting modern U.S. proof coins, a coin many people have seen but very few realize how valuable a perfect example can become. So stay with me until the end, because the value of this coin in top condition might surprise you. To understand why the Kennedy half-dollar is so important, we need to go back to a defining moment in American history. In 1963, the United States lost President John F. Kennedy, one of the most admired leaders in modern American history. The nation mourned deeply, and soon after, the United States Mint made a decision that would permanently link Kennedy's legacy with American coinage. A new half-dollar coin would be created to honor him. The Kennedy half-dollar was introduced in 1964 and immediately became one of the most famous coins ever issued by the United States Mint. People lined up at banks just to get one. Many Americans kept the coin as a historical keepsake rather than spending it. The design itself is both powerful and elegant. The portrait of President Kennedy on the front was created by U.S. Mint engraver Gilroy Roberts, capturing the president's confident profile with remarkable detail. The reverse side features the presidential seal designed by Frank Gasparo, showing a strong eagle with outstretched wings holding arrows and an olive branch. This design quickly became one of the most recognizable images in U.S. coin collecting, but by the early 1970s, something important had changed. The Kennedy half-dollar was no longer made from silver for normal circulation. Instead, the coin was struck using a copper nickel-clad composition. Because of this change, many collectors lost interest in the newer coins. Ironically, that lack of attention helped create a hidden rarity. While millions of coins were produced for circulation, the United States Mint continued producing proof coins specifically for collectors. Proof coins are very different from normal circulation coins. They are struck using highly polished dies and specially prepared metal blanks. This process creates extremely reflective mirror surfaces and incredibly sharp design details. When you hold a proof coin under light, the background looks almost like glass. The design elements stand out with incredible clarity. However, not every proof coin survives in perfect condition. Over time, even the smallest handling marks or hairline scratches can reduce a coin's grade. This is where rarity enters the picture. Only a small number of proof coins from the early 1970s have survived in nearly flawless condition. Collectors pay very close attention to coins with perfect mirror fields, strong strike quality, and exceptional eye appeal. Another feature that excites collectors is cameo contrast. On some proof coins, the portrait of Kennedy and the eagle on the reverse appear frosted while the background fields remain deeply mirrored. This creates a dramatic contrast effect that collectors call deep cameo. Coins with strong deep cameo contrast are especially desirable. Professional grading. Companies such as Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Company evaluate coins carefully under magnification. They inspect every detail, the mirror reflectivity, the sharpness of the design, and the presence of any tiny imperfections. Coins that receive the highest grades become extremely desirable to advanced collectors. These are the coins that attract serious attention when they appear at major auctions, and sometimes, a coin from a simple proof set becomes one of the finest examples known. When that happens, collectors compete intensely to own it. Because proof sets from the early 1970s were often stored away in drawers, cabinets, and collections, many still exist today. Inside those sets is the Kennedy half-dollar proof coin. Most examples are beautiful collector coins, but occasionally a truly extraordinary example appears. A coin with flawless mirror surfaces, strong frosted cameo contrast, and exceptional preservation. Those coins are the ones that capture the attention of the rare coin market, and when collectors recognize such a coin, bidding can quickly become competitive. It's fascinating to think that thousands of these proof sets may still exist today. some were purchased by collectors decades ago and never opened again, others are part of inherited coin collections waiting to be rediscovered. That means rare high-grade examples could still be hiding inside proof sets that people rarely examine closely. Now let's talk about what collectors always want to know: the value. When an outstanding example of the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar proof coin survives in exceptional certified condition with strong cameo contrast and nearly flawless mirror surfaces, collectors have paid remarkable prices to acquire it. Estimated collector value ranges from $46,000 to $75,000 depending on condition, rarity and professional grading. Yes, a single half-dollar coin from a proof set could potentially reach that level among serious collectors. That is why experienced coin collectors always recommend carefully checking old proof sets and inherited coin collections, because sometimes the most valuable coins are hiding in plain sight. That a coin that looks ordinary could turn out to be an extraordinary collectible. Thank you for watching Coins History. If you enjoyed learning about rare and valuable American coins, please like this video, share it with other collectors, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments about coins and coin collecting. Thanks for watching, and please like, share, subscribe and comment on Coins History for more rare coin discoveries. Top 5. Stop for a moment and imagine this. An old United States proof set from the 1970s is sitting quietly in a drawer. It hasn't been opened in decades. The plastic case still protects the coins exactly the way the US Mint packaged them years ago. To most people it looks like a simple collector set, but experienced coin collectors know something important. Inside those proof sets could be coins that are far more valuable than anyone expects. One of the most surprising examples is the proof version of the famous 1974 Kennedy half-dollar. A coin that many collectors once ignored, yet in exceptional condition it has become one of the most exciting modern Kennedy half-dollars in the rare coin market. Welcome back to Coins History, where we explore rare American coins, valuable proof coins, hidden treasures, and collectible US coins that collectors across the country are searching for right now. Today we are uncovering the story behind the 1974 proof Kennedy half-dollar and why certain examples from official proof sets have captured the attention of collectors and investors. If you enjoy learning about rare coins, valuable Kennedy half-dollars, proof coin collecting, and hidden coin treasures that could still exist in collections today, stay with me until the end of this video, because the value of this coin might surprise you. The story of the Kennedy half-dollar begins with a moment that changed American history forever. In 1963, the United States lost President John F. Kennedy, a leader whose influence and vision left a lasting mark on the nation. Soon after his passing, the United States Mint decided to honor him by creating a new half-dollar coin bearing his portrait. When the Kennedy half-dollar was first released in 1964, it immediately became one of the most widely collected coins in the country. People lined up at banks to obtain the new coin. Many Americans saved them as historical keepsakes rather than spending them in everyday transactions. The design of the coin played a major role in its popularity. The portrait of President Kennedy was created by U.S. Mint engraver Gilroy Roberts, capturing the president's profile with strong, elegant detail. On the reverse side, the coin features the presidential seal designed by Frank Gasparo. A powerful eagle spreads its wings while holding arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both military strength and the desire for peace. Over time, the Kennedy half-dollar became one of the most recognizable coins in American numismatics. However, by the early 1970s something had changed. The coin was no longer made from silver for circulation. Instead, the United States Mint used a copper nickel-clad composition. Because of this change, many collectors began focusing their attention on older silver coins instead of these newer issues. But that shift in attention created an interesting situation. While millions of circulation coins were produced, the United States Mint also issued special proof coins specifically for collectors. Proof coins are made using a very different process compared to normal coins. Specially polished dies are used to strike the coin multiple times with greater pressure. The result is a coin with deep mirror surfaces and extremely sharp design details. When light reflects off a proof coin, the background appears almost like a mirror. This mirror effect is one of the defining characteristics collectors look for when examining proof coins. But even proof coins can vary dramatically in quality. Over time, many proof coins develop small hairline marks, surface imperfections, or minor contact marks from handling. These tiny flaws can reduce a coin's grade significantly. collectors searching for the finest examples focus on coins with perfect mirror fields, exceptional strike quality, and strong visual appeal. Another feature that makes some proof Kennedy half dollars particularly desirable is cameo contrast. On certain coins, the portrait of Kennedy and the eagle design appear frosted while the background remains deeply mirrored. This contrast creates a dramatic visual effect that collectors call deep cameo, coins displaying strong deep cameo. Contrast combined with nearly flawless surfaces are considered extremely desirable. Professional grading organizations such as Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Company examine these coins carefully under magnification. They analyze the mirror quality of the surfaces, the sharpness of the strike, and the presence of any microscopic imperfections. Coins that achieve the highest grades from these grading services become elite collectibles within the coin collecting community, and when one of these exceptional coins appears at a major auction, collectors often compete intensely to acquire it. Because proof sets from the 1970s were frequently stored away for decades, many still exist today in excellent condition. Some remain sealed exactly as they were issued by the United States Mint. Inside those sets is the Kennedy half-dollar proof coin. Most examples are attractive collector coins, but occasionally, an extraordinary example appears. A coin with flawless mirror surfaces, sharp design details, strong cameo contrast, and almost no visible imperfections. When collectors encounter a coin like that, they know they are looking at something special. These rare high-grade examples attract serious attention from collectors who want the finest known coins for their collections, and that demand is what drives the prices of these coins upward in the rare coin market. Now let's talk about the value collectors are willing to pay when an exceptional example of the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar proof coin from an original proof set survives in extraordinary certified condition with strong cameo contrast and beautiful mirror surfaces. Collectors have paid remarkable prices to acquire it. Estimated collector value ranges from $46,000 to $74,000 depending on condition, rarity, and professional grading. Yes, a single proof half-dollar coin from a decades-old proof set could potentially reach that level among serious collectors. That possibility is exactly why coin collectors recommend carefully checking old proof sets and inherited coin collections, because sometimes a coin that appears ordinary can turn out to be an extraordinary discovery. Thank you for watching Coins History. If you enjoyed learning about rare and valuable American coins, please like this video, share it with other collectors, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments about coins and coin collecting. Thanks for watching, and please like, share, subscribe, and comment on Coins History for more rare coin discoveries. Top 6. Most people would never imagine that a coin sitting quietly inside an old proof set could become one of the most exciting modern discoveries for collectors, yet this happens more often than people think. Across the United States, collectors continue opening vintage proof sets from the 1970s. Some of these sets have remained untouched for decades. They were purchased directly from the U.S. Mint and then stored away in drawers, safes, or family collections. Inside those sets are beautiful mirror-like coins, but among them, one coin sometimes stands out. A coin with deep reflective surfaces, incredibly sharp details, and stunning visual contrast. That coin could be the proof version of the remarkable 1977 Kennedy half-dollar. Welcome back to Coins History, the channel where we explore rare American coins, valuable proof coins, and hidden treasures that collectors across the country are searching for right now. Today we're uncovering the story behind the 1977 Kennedy half-dollar proof coin, a modern U.S. coin that has captured the attention of collectors because of its beauty, its rarity and perfect condition, and the surprising value some examples have reached. So stay with me until the end of this video, because the potential value of this coin might be far higher than many people expect. To understand why the Kennedy half-dollar is so important in American coin collecting, we have to go back to a moment that changed the nation forever. In 1963, the United States lost President John F. Kennedy, one of the most influential and admired leaders in modern American history. In honor of his legacy, the United States Mint decided to create a new half-dollar coin featuring his portrait. The first Kennedy half-dollar was released in 1964 and instantly became one of the most famous coins in the country. People rushed to banks just to obtain one. Many Americans saved them as keepsakes, historical reminders, and collectibles rather than spending them. The coin's design played a major role in its popularity. The portrait of President Kennedy was created by U.S. Mint engraver Gilroy Roberts, whose detailed design captured the president's strong and confident profile. On the reverse side of the coin is the powerful image of the presidential seal created by Frank Gasparo. An eagle spreads its wings while holding arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. Over time, this design became one of the most recognizable images in United States coinage. However, by the early 1970s the Kennedy half-dollar had changed in one important way: the coin was no longer made from silver for normal circulation. Instead, it was struck using a copper-nickel clad composition. Because these coins did not contain silver, many collectors at the time assumed they were less interesting, but this assumption turned out to be a mistake. While millions of regular coins were produced for circulation, the United States Mint also created special proof coins designed specifically for collectors. Proof coins are produced using a special minting process. The dies used to strike the coins are carefully polished, and the metal blanks are specially prepared before striking. This process creates coins with extremely reflective mirror surfaces and remarkably sharp design details. When you look at a proof coin under light, the fields shine almost like glass, the portrait and design elements appear bold and precise. But even proof coins can vary greatly in quality. Over the years, some proof coins develop small hairline scratches or surface marks caused by handling or storage conditions. These tiny imperfections can affect the coin's grade and overall value. Collectors searching for the best examples focus on coins with flawless mirror fields, strong strike quality, and exceptional eye appeal. One of the most exciting features collectors look for in proof Kennedy half-dollars is cameo contrast. On certain coins, the portrait of Kennedy and the eagle design appear frosted while the background fields remain deeply mirrored. This creates a dramatic visual contrast known as deep cameo. Coins displaying strong deep cameo contrast combined with near-perfect preservation are especially desirable. Professional grading organizations such as Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Company carefully evaluate these coins using magnification and precise grading standards. They inspect every detail of the coin's surface, the sharpness of the design, and the quality of the mirror fields. Coins that achieve the highest grades become elite examples sought after by advanced collectors. When one of these top-quality coins appears in the rare coin market, collectors often compete aggressively to acquire it. And because truly flawless proof coins from the 1970s are surprisingly difficult to find, demand for them can be extremely strong. What makes this story even more fascinating is the fact that many proof sets from this era still exist today. Some were purchased by collectors and then forgotten for decades. Others remain sealed exactly as they were issued by the United States Mint. Inside those sets sits the Kennedy half-dollar proof coin. Most examples are attractive collector coins, but occasionally, a truly exceptional coin appears. A coin with deep mirror surfaces, strong cameo contrast, and almost no visible imperfections. When collectors discover a coin like that, they know they are looking at something very special. These rare high-grade examples attract serious attention in the numismatic market, and when they appear at major auctions, collectors compete intensely for the opportunity to own one of the finest known examples. Now let's talk about the value collectors are willing to pay. When an outstanding example of the 1977 Kennedy half-dollar proof coin survives in exceptional certified condition with strong deep cameo contrast and flawless mirror surfaces, collectors have paid remarkable prices for it. Estimated collector value ranges from $46,000 to $72,000 depending on rarity condition and professional grading. Yes, a single half-dollar coin from an old proof set could potentially reach that level among serious collectors. That is exactly why experienced collectors always recommend carefully checking old proof sets and inherited coin collections, because sometimes the most valuable coins are hiding in places people rarely expect. Thank you for watching Coins History. If you enjoyed learning about rare and valuable coins, please like this video, share it with other collectors, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments about coins and coin collecting. Thanks for watching, and please like, share, subscribe and comment on Coins History for more rare coin discoveries. Top 7. Some of the most valuable coins in America are not the oldest ones. They are not always gold coins, and they are not always coins from the 1800s. Sometimes the most surprising treasures are hiding inside modern proof sets that people forgot about decades ago. Thousands of collectors across the United States still keep old U.S. Mint proof sets from the 1970s. Many of these sets were purchased by collectors long ago and then stored safely in drawers, boxes, or family collections. Most people assume the coins inside are just nice collectibles, but occasionally, one of those coins turns out to be something far more exciting than a coin with deep mirror surfaces, perfect details, and stunning visual contrast that collectors instantly recognize as special. That coin could be the remarkable proof version of the 1978 Kennedy half-dollar. Welcome back to Coins History, the channel where we explore rare coins, valuable American collectibles, proof coin treasures, and hidden discoveries that collectors across the country are searching for right now. Today we are uncovering the fascinating story of the 1978 Kennedy half-dollar proof coin and why certain examples from official United States proof sets have become incredibly desirable in the rare coin market. Stay with me until the end, because the potential value of this coin has surprised many. Collectors.to understand why the Kennedy half-dollar is such an important coin. We have to go back to one of the most emotional moments in American history. In 1963, the United States lost President John F. Kennedy. His leadership and vision left a powerful legacy, and the nation wanted to honor his memory in a lasting way. The United States Mint decided to create a new half-dollar coin featuring his portrait. When the first Kennedy half-dollar was released in 1964, it immediately captured the attention of the American public. Banks saw long lines of people waiting to obtain the new coin. Many Americans kept the coins as historical keepsakes instead of spending them. The design of the coin became one of the most recognizable images in American coinage. The portrait of President Kennedy was created by U.S. Mint engraver Gilroy Roberts, who designed a strong and elegant profile of the president. On the reverse side of the coin, the powerful image of the presidential seal was created by Frank Gasparo. The eagle with outstretched wings holding arrows and an olive branch represents the balance between strength and peace. Over time, the Kennedy half-dollar became a favorite coin among collectors. However, by the early 1970s the composition of the coin had changed. The half-dollar was no longer made with silver for circulation. Instead, it was struck using a copper nickel-clad composition. Because of this change, many collectors at the time paid less attention to these newer coins, but something interesting was happening at the same time. The United States Mint continued producing special proof coins for collectors. Proof coins are manufactured using a special process that creates extremely high-quality coins. The dies used to strike the coins are polished to a mirror finish, and the metal blanks are carefully prepared. Before striking, this process produces coins with deep reflective fields and incredibly sharp design details. When you hold a proof coin under light, the surface reflects light almost like a mirror. The design elements appear bold and crisp, but not every proof coin survives in perfect condition. Over time, even the smallest hairline marks or tiny scratches can affect a coin's grade. Collectors searching for the best examples look for coins with flawless mirror fields, exceptional strike quality, and beautiful eye appeal. Another feature that collectors love is cameo contrast. That on some proof coins, the portrait of Kennedy and the eagle on the reverse appear frosted while the background fields remain deeply mirrored. This dramatic contrast is known as deep cameo. Coins with strong deep cameo contrast combined with nearly perfect preservation are considered extremely desirable. Professional grading companies such as Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Company carefully evaluate coins using magnification and strict grading standards. They inspect every detail of the coin, including the reflectivity of the mirror surfaces, the sharpness of the design, and the presence of any microscopic imperfections. Coins that achieve the highest grades become some of the finest known examples. These are the coins that attract the most attention when they appear in the rare coin market. And when collectors discover an exceptional example from an old proof set, the excitement can spread quickly throughout the coin collecting community. What makes this situation even more fascinating is the fact that thousands of proof sets from the 1970s still exist today. Some were purchased by collectors decades ago and then forgotten. Others remain sealed exactly as they were issued by the United States Mint. Inside those sets sits the Kennedy half-dollar proof coin. Most examples are beautiful collector coins. But occasionally, a truly extraordinary coin appears. A coin with flawless mirror surfaces, powerful deep cameo contrast, and almost no visible imperfections. These rare high-grade examples are the ones collectors search for. When they appear at major auctions or in the rare coin marketplace, serious collectors often compete aggressively to acquire them, and that demand is what drives the value of these coins higher. Now let's talk about the value collectors are willing to pay. When an exceptional example of the 1978 Kennedy half-dollar proof coin survives in extraordinary certified condition with strong deep cameo contrast and brilliant mirror surfaces, collectors have paid impressive prices to add it to their collections. Estimated collector value ranges from $46,000 to $72,000 depending on condition, rarity and professional grading. Yes, a single half-dollar coin from an old proof set could potentially reach that level in the collector market. That is exactly why experienced collectors always recommend carefully checking old proof sets and inherited coin collections, because sometimes the most valuable discoveries are hiding inside the coins people overlook. Thank you for watching Coins History. If you enjoyed learning about rare and valuable American coins, please like this video, share it with other collectors, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comments about coins and coin collecting. Thanks for watching, and please like, share, subscribe and comment on Coins History for more rare coin discoveries.